Hello and welcome to another video. This will be another Boogie2988 reaction. Still waiting for that one video to be uploaded by him. I'm loving compared to camera. But I'm also going to react to this video because it talks about Blizzard and Red Dead Redemption 2. Two games have been well familiar. Or not two games, but one game, one company, but yeah. Anyways, let's see what's going on with Red Dead Redemption 2 and
What's up, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, Boogie2988 coming at you live once again through the power of the internet. This is my weekly gaming news series, and it's been quite the weird week in gaming, so let's get right into the games. I wanted to talk a little bit about this whole Diablo fiasco. If you haven't seen what happened, there's a dedicated video about it here on the channel. Long story short,
this is good for them.
At BlizzCon, Activision/Blizzard announced their new Diablo game, and it is a mobile game. And everybody there booed, and then the internet booed along with them, and then a crap storm happened on the internet. It got real salty for a while. And this led to gamers getting called entitled and saying that we were complaining and we should vote with our wallets. Well, you know who else felt entitled? You know who else voted with their wallets? The folks who own Activision stock. Activision stock dropped about 6% in value and is now slowly but surely recovering. But man, those stupid entitled stockholders. And if you weren't paying attention to social media for the next few days after that announcement, it pretty much was an internet culture war as we've seen before.
For Diablo, give me a break. It's not that good of a game.
Calling them worthless, calling them childish, calling them stupid, calling us anything other than, you know, consumers, which is what we are. You know, I think it's all right to criticize a product, specifically when it's a beloved franchise. You can expect it to come out on PC, and instead is moved to mobile. Now, one of the biggest criticisms I've heard, and I've also said this myself, is the biggest mistake they made over there at BlizzCon was not announcing Diablo 4's potential release date, not showing part of the game, showing a trailer for Diablo 4. Now, Jason Schreier over at Kotaku said an unnamed source told him they were prepared to show some Diablo 4, but pulled it at the last minute. But as much as we wish that were true, the folks over at Diablo actually said that that is not the case. They said we generally don't comment on rumors or speculation, but we can say that we didn't pull any announcements from BlizzCon this year or have plans for other announcements. And then finally, one last piece of news about Diablo Immortal. If you guys are paying attention to the YouTube trailer, one of the ways gamers let their voice be heard these days is by liking or disliking a trailer, leaving comments on the YouTube trailer. Diablo Immortal is no exception. Players showed up en masse to dislike this trailer, and it currently sits at 522,000 dislikes to 20,000 likes. Now, there's plenty of rumors floating around that YouTube and Blizzard have somehow finagled a way to get a lot of dislikes removed, but at 502,000 dislikes, that's still plenty. But if you look at the website Social Blade, which tracks those kinds of things, it does look like dislikes were originally put there, disappeared. It could be botting, it could be YouTube purging stuff, or it could be the folks over at Blizzard paying off YouTube.
YouTube does need to fix their shit.
So I think it's most likely just bots. Regardless, the folks over at Activision Blizzard have definitely taken a blow here. A 6% stock blow, a 6% company value blow, as well as a moral blow as well, and they are in full-on damage control. What this means for Diablo 4, what it means for Diablo Immortal, what it means for Blizzard as a company still remains to be seen, but it is easily one of the biggest blunders of 2018 in gaming, and we've had some pretty big blunders already. Now, I will say, in previous other videos, I have said what made me so upset about this announcement, but I'm curious, are you someone who got upset about this? And if you were, let me know in the comment section below, what specifically upset you? Was it the fact that there was no Diablo 4 announcement? Is it the fact that the Diablo franchise is coming to mobile? And if it is because it's coming to mobile, what upsets you specifically? Is it the fact that when asked whether or not this version of the game would ever come to PC, people got told no? What is it that let you get so upset? Let me know in the comment section below. I'm looking forward to reading them. Now, if you are like most people and are playing Red Dead Redemption 2 on a console, you should know there is a potentially game-breaking bug that you might run into, and I thought I would warn you because there's currently no fix as of the time of recording this, though there's one on the way according to Rockstar. Now, this video is proudly sponsored by the folks over at privacy.com/boogie, who took care of one of my biggest problems for me. If you were anything like me, you are constantly afraid of your credit card number getting stolen when you use it online.
The reason why they didn't announce Diablo 4
with fraudulent
because
charges.
how we announce something that is still in development.
Happens again.
Still.
Instead of using your basic credit card number, which could get leaked and people could put charges on, Privacy allows you to generate a brand new card number that you can use for a long time, or you could use for just a one-time purchase.
Diablo game.
Imagine you want to make a one-time purchase from a website, but you don't want to give them your actual credit card number. You can actually generate a brand new card.
Diablo Immortal is just a soft release.
Yeah.
Free trial? Hey, they never can. a month and make sure they privacy.com/be. You're not very far into chapter 2, so you're just hunting and fishing and stealing horses and cars. Free bucks on your first purchase. So I hope that you do, and you'll be supporting me at the same time. Now, if you're anything like me, you're not very far into chapter 2, so you're just hunting and fishing and stealing horses and carts for profit. So you might not have run into this bug just yet, and if you did run into it, you might have some serious issues dealing with these characters later on. But in chapter 2, there's a quest that if you use a retry checkpoint, you will end up losing characters from your camp who will only ever come back to camp if they have a mission to give you. If you complete the mission Polite Society Valentine style at the start of chapter 2, but needed to use the retry checkpoint feature, then Sadie, Jack, John, and Abigail will only appear in camp when they have missions for you to complete. So if you haven't done that quest in chapter 2, then you have nothing to worry about. If you have done that quest in chapter 2, then you may have noticed some of those characters are not in camp, and hopefully that's what Rockstar is going to fix. But if you're just starting the game now, a week late, know that you should be very, very careful when it comes time to do that mission. So the good news.
Interesting. So that didn't happen to me. Abigail, John Marston, I still see them everywhere when I'm in the camps. But that sucks that that's happened to some people. But thankfully it didn't happen to me. Just I've been playing it to go on my channel. There's been a lot of Red Dead Redemption 2 field clips from me.
This is a pretty rare thing. Red Dead Redemption 2 is relatively bug-free. Now, I've still seen some simple little bugs like, characters walking into walls or characters floating a little bit or something along that lines. But let's be honest, compared to the launch of Red Dead Redemption 1, this is a much less buggy game. So kudos to the folks at Rockstar, and I hope they get this fixed quick. Now, going back to Activision/Blizzard, and when it comes to stuff like Diablo Immortal, you would think the folks over at Blizzard might have gotten the message that maybe we're not ready to move on to mobile just yet, and that the PC/console market is still a very large market share, if not a very vocal market share. Well, it doesn't look like that's the case based on something I just read seconds ago. After the Diablo Immortal announcement, Alan Adham said during a Q&A that many of us over the last few years have shifted from playing primarily desktop to playing many hours on mobile, and we have many of our best developers now working on new mobile titles across all of our IPs. Some of them are with external partners like Diablo Immortal. Many of them are being developed internally only, and we'll have information to share on those in the future. So it looks like we're going to do this song and dance a few more times before Blizzard learns the lesson. Hopefully they'll learn the lesson. Maybe they won't, and they'll just go the way of the dodo. But if you were upset about Diablo Mobile, wait till you see Warcraft Mobile, or World of Warcraft Mobile, or StarCraft Mobile. Oh, God. Oh, how the mighty have fallen. I still love Blizzard, but I wish they weren't doing this to us. I'm so depressed now. I'm just going to wrap up this video, guys. As always, let me say thank you for watching. Thanks for tuning into my weekly gaming news, and thanks for watching my other gaming videos.
Oh, interesting. Well, thankfully I had never ran into that Red Dead Redemption 2 bug. Thank God. Because Abigail, John, all them, the names that were mentioned there, I've seen. So, yep. Alright, let's end this video. Stay tuned for the next one.